Hey rollers, it's been a long cold winter here in Canada, so I was excited to escape to beautiful Hawaii for a short holiday. As a bonus, I was able to meet a friend that I know as Brandon from his YouTube channel David vs. Goliath BJJ. He is a super chill guy who helped me with a collab video about a year ago. I dropped in on a class he was teaching and he was just about to begin open mat. He suited me up with a loner gi and a shiny white belt, and we had a few rolls. I started off the first roll standing, and Brandon set up points of contact that made me very concerned about a sickle sweep. To avoid this, I stuffed his left foot down and tried to knee slice through, grabbing a darce grip as I came to the ground. He was in no danger as I couldn't find his chin and he still controlled my right foot. He shifted under for deep half guard and then completed the sweep. He plays a really tight game, and that ruined any plans of inverting or finding a Kimura. He was progressing through to stronger positions all the time, so I went into a defensive mode, starting with creating some frames to keep him from controlling my head. Watch how every time he approaches my head with an arm or leg, I drop everything and fight to make some space. Brandon seemed to want to circle to north-south, but I kept blocking his left hip and turning with him. My super secret plan was to look for the chance to grab his left leg and turn to my knees for a takedown.
Very, very sneaky and very stupid.
This is one of those "why did I do that" moments as I laced my arm through his legs and exposed it for an attack. He recognized it right away and set up an Omoplata. This is not a common attack from side control, but Brandon recently did a seminar and some rolling with Clark Gracie, the king of Omoplatas, so the attack was fresh in his mind. Be sure to check out Brandon's channel, David vs. Goliath BJJ, to watch all kinds of videos, including this narrated roll with Clark. I put a link in the description. And now let me tell you about some more of my problems. I was concerned about the potential for a mounted triangle, so I kept clearing Brandon's leg from my head. In the meantime, he locked up the Omoplata. I pushed into it, felt the full trap, and then tried to roll forward. I was still pretzeled, but there was no pressure on my shoulder, so Brandon switched it up and scrambled over to side control again. And that's where the roll ended. In our next roll, Brandon did a great job of messing up my balance. He used a De La Hiva on my left leg and pushed my right leg away. When I brought it closer, he scooped it up, created some space, and used it to come up and take top position. I worked on a triangle from guard, but this isn't Brandon's first rodeo, so he circled out of the threat and worked to pass my guard. I managed to catch a Kimura grip from half guard. One of my favorite options from here is to allow the pass to side control and then spin under with the strong Kimura grip to set up arm attacks or back control. The risk is with guys like Brandon who see this coming and can reverse the Kimura grip to become his arm bar attack. I buried my elbow, but in this process I had given up side control where he stayed for a while. Let's fast forward through all of that.
Fast forward, selector!
I was focused on getting back to half guard and scoring a lockdown while Brandon found his own Kimura grip. He brought up the threat by forcing my arm into a straight arm lock. I was able to maintain enough bend in my arm to keep the pressure at bay. I released the lockdown and tried to hip escape to a better position, but Brandon rolled me to my back again. I wiggled my arm out of trouble and briefly considered an inverted triangle, which Brandon avoided by tucking his head. So this roll was basically over at this point. Brandon worked his way up to mount before the buzzer sounded to end the round. It was great to meet Brandon, and it was a highlight of my trip to get in a few rolls. If you're watching this, Brandon, thanks for inviting me in for this. I plan to show our last roll in part 2, where I pull out all the stops and try to hit him with my super sneaky and inescapable calf slicer. As always, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Also, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.